Boys, what you ask going on here, boy? Oh God, he bleaching, reaching. Welcome back to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It is your host with the most headline of the day. Big up to every Caribbean island and Caribbean people globally. Our thing always different. We are a festive people. One Caribbean, me say. This story actually comes from out of Guyana, right? What I want you to pay attention to is how the man look when they caught him with his wig on, and him look well prissy and thing, and and then how the man look when them take off the wig. You know, see a Caribbean police, so they must say, take off your wig, boy, and make we take a picture. Alright, put on back your wig now and pose. Smile, show a raw smile by your face, all that. What really gets me though is how the person actually looked originally. When you look on him original picture, look on Miss Mattison. Watch David now. Oh my God, that ain't David right there. Oh gosh, boy. So the whole story goes like this, alright? So the Guyanese police forces search for murder suspect Sean Bob took a comical twist last evening when they found him disguised as a woman. But before we go into all that, I could tell the whole story. The original story about how he became wanted, the headline in Guyana, according to the iNewsGuyana.com. A teenager died after being stabbed whilst defending his mother from her abusive husband. And it turns out that this is the abusive husband. So a 19-year-old lad who was stabbed on Wednesday evening whilst defending his mother from her abusive husband succumbed to his injuries. Dead was Isaiah Edwards, a construction worker of East La Pintense squatting area, Georgetown, who was stabbed to his right hip area, allegedly by his stepfather at about 18:30 hours. Alright, 6 p.m. in the evening, him stab up the picnic on the night in question. The youth died at the COVID-19 facility in Linendal, East Coast, Demerara, ECD, according to the Guyana News. His mother was also injured during the ordeal. She remains hospitalized because of her serious injuries. Now, on the night in question, the whole incident happened like this. The suspect began to beat up his wife because she had not finished cooking dinner in time. I didn't even know that people did this stuff, but me not lie. While I was growing up in Jamaica, I remember seeing one particular woman every now and then, probably like every month or every other month, you would see her running down the neighborhood, just flash gone down the street like she a Usain Bolt, and she a ball out, "Oh Lord God Almighty, more kill me." Sometimes she used to be running in her panty and brassiere. Sometimes she'll be running in her nightie. Sometimes she'll be running in full clothes because man came home from work. She's been home all day. Man get vexed. Man say, what you are do in the house all day? I go to work. I walk out my soul case. My back tired, girl. I out there doing construction work all day. And I come in and I can't get a plate of food hot. And I paying all these bills. And you sitting here on your ass all day. And my dinner ain't ready. His licks are sharing in here, you know. His licks are sharing what up. And start to beat the woman. I don't condone domestic violence. I think it's sick, but I've seen it happen countless times, and it was over dinner. As a youth, I remember that. So it was one of those particular situations. Police said that the man then picked up a knife after he was beating the woman physically with his hands. Picked up a knife. I guess him couldn't manage her because she eat up the whole of the food then before him reach home, so she trung, and him walk out him soul case all day, so he is weak out and hurting. And him go try beat her, and she was defending herself. So he picks up a knife to help him, to assist him in the fight. And he began to attack the woman. Now this is where it got serious. The youth was standing there. And the youth said, "No, you put your hands on her already. Me see you not do that. Me never jump in. But now you went for knife." Because she was throwing blows back. And the man said, "What? Is lick you lick me?" And he didn't want to feel any more of those licks from her, so he decided to say, I'm going to use a knife now. Weak boy. A lot of these men have only strength for women. They'll definitely fight a woman, but they won't fight a man that's standing in front of them, begging them for a fight. All when man diss them take humble and say, I'm sorry, I apologize, it's my fault and thing. But if it's a woman, and she blink wrong, it's kicks and licks. Now, in this particular case, he started cutting after the woman. And as he was cutting after the woman, her 19-year-old son jumped in, which is his stepson. Both the teen and his mother were wounded during the ordeal. They were both taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, or the GPHC, where tests were conducted, because right now it's COVID time and these medical facilities are overcrowded with COVID patients. That's why they tell us, don't even buck your toe out a road. Anything you do out there, make sure you wrap yourself in bubble wrap and don't come to the hospital, because if you come to the hospital, you're coming into a COVID infested environment, and because your injury is not COVID injury, you're not going to get priority. They tell you to only come if you're dying. If you are dying, well, as it goes, they had to go because they were stabbed up, both of them, and they were on the verge of dying. The youth, 19 years old, passed away. So they gave them a COVID test at the facility, and they realized that it was revealed that Edwards, the 19-year-old, was infected with the novel coronavirus, and as such, he was then transferred to the Ocean View facility, where he remained until his demise. Now, people, the man stabbed him in him hip, That's what the report says. I would like to see the autopsy, because I don't know nobody that gets stabbed in their hip and they die. I think he went into the COVID facility, and it's a combination of having COVID and also that injury, and they didn't treat him properly because they were probably afraid of him because him have COVID or something. Anyways, when that incident took place, the youth, the stepfather, who we are looking at right now, Mr. Triple Face, he went, I have to call him Triple Face because you see, he have three faces. So the man have one with a wig, one when him bleach out, and one when him black. Why is this? Is Triple Face. So that is the whole story of how he actually ended up having to go on the run. He went on the run trying to evade the authorities, and as such, in the process, he took some drastic measures to change up his identity so he would not be recognized and have to go face justice. Now, fast forward, and he is front page news. Loop News, Caribbean Loop News, published this man on front page. Guyana, cops find murder suspect dressed as woman. The Guyanese police forces search for murderer suspect Sean Bob took a comical twist last evening when they found him disguised as a woman. Police officers in Regional Division 4C received information that Bob was hiding at a house in Helena number 1 in Mahaika. Now the thing is, somebody snitch him out. Somebody see him and says, what the ass is this boy? There is a anti-man. There is a batty-man. That why that man looking so boy? That man have on a wig. That man just like a gal and all kind of. I calling the police. I know who this is. Some strange man in my area dressed in woman clothes and thing. And they called the police and they told the police that he was hiding out over there. Now when the police arrived, they saw Bob climbing through a window with him dressed tail catch up in the window sill. And he was dressed as a woman. He's 30 years old. And he was arrested and taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation for treatments. I don't know if they beat him and then they had to carry him to the doctor for treatment for the beating, or if he fell and hurt himself through that window or anything like that. Bob was a laborer of East La Penitence squatting area, and he is accused of killing his stepson, who is 19-year-old Isaiah Edwards, on January 26th of 2022. Well, he killed the youth on January 26th. He went through hiding and changing his identity, well bleach out. I don't know what kind of bleaching he using, but that bleaching was reaching because the man strip away his blackness completely. Look at him face. Completely bleached out in 1 week. So in 1 week, he turned into a totally different person. Right now, the bleacher them a say, yo, me want him bleaching regime because that reach fast, dog. Anyhow, when cops arrived, they saw him climbing through the window and they arrested him and they took him to the hospital. He's accused of killing his 19-year-old stepson. Now I'm saying to myself, this man is 30 years old and him have a stepson that is 19. I got 20. He only 10 years older than his stepson. Is that the ass going on here? But that is one of the biggest problems today facing us, yeah? Parents young, grandparents young. Ain't nobody here to teach the children them that is coming up the old ways, as in respect for life and all these things, and respect and honoring and all these things. So here we have it. Cops reported that Edwards was stabbed when he intervened in the argument between this man, who is Bob, and his mother. And as you've heard already, the mommy is still in the hospital and she is recovering, but her son has passed. So that is the whole story on this. I have to have a laugh. I have to have a laugh. Look at the picture of them. Look at this brother. He's like, yeah, this man. You listen up. Shout out to my Guyanese family. Shout out to the entire Caribbean again. It's SoFlo TV. Leave your comments in the comment section below and let me hear what you have to say about this one. Before I go though, remember this. There was a Jamaican bad man out there on the wanted list many years ago, I was told about. And some people didn't even have pictures of him. I believe his name was Sandokan. And Sandokan was very much notorious and very much wanted in Jamaica. And Sandokan evaded the police in Jamaica for quite some time because he used the same method right here. He didn't bleach out his skin, but he did use to dress as a woman. Makeup, wig, dress, everything like that. And it helped him for a long time. For this particular man who is Bob from Guyana, it only helped him for 1 week. Alright? Talk up and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.